Today I wanted to answer a comment that I usually get, and that's how to get self-esteem. And I think it's very important that first we understand it, and then you'll say, okay, now I get it, I can do this. Self-esteem is the realistic appreciation of yourself. Have you ever seen the ants? This is a very difficult word for me. And how they work and work and work and carry, I don't know how many times their weight, like 8 times their weight to get to destiny, carrying huge leaves, right? Huge pieces of flowers. I mean, isn't that self-esteem? They believe in themselves, and so they decide that they are able to do it, and they do it. Okay? But here's the thing that makes self-esteem more attainable and real. It's realistic. It has to be realistic. So you have to realistically accept your capabilities and those things that you cannot do. Self-acceptance. For example, I cannot climb the Everest without any training. I would need to train and train and train. And maybe if my heart allows me to do it, then I will do it. And realistically, I cannot climb the Everest. But I can make 1 video a week for you guys. Although sometimes I cannot. And I don't attach my self-esteem to the outcome. So when I cannot make a video a week, I decided that it's okay. So I don't attach my self-worth, my self-esteem to an outcome. But I do try. Here I am. It's about 7 p.m. The light is, it's kind of late. So I brought my light and I'm trying like the ant that is carrying the big leaf. But if I didn't have this idea that I can do this, I wouldn't be doing this. Self-esteem implies that you self-accept yourself, what you can do and what you cannot do. Okay, self-acceptance. The self-acceptance part implies that you unconditionally love yourself. You appreciate yourself. That is the core. We all have self-worth. And this is like objectively, we all have it. When a baby or a little boy or girl falls into, let's say, a well, and you see a city, a town trying to get this little person out of that well, and they invest a lot of money, a lot of resources, time, they don't sleep. Why does this happen? Because there's human worth. This child has this human worth, and we as humans, we know it. So why don't you know it about yourself? Okay? You do have this human worth, just the same as anybody else. So that's your human worth, and nobody can take that away from you. Okay? So we all have that. The second leg of this is self-love. Grow this unconditional love for yourself because you honor this core self-worth that you have, regardless of externals. Externals are a job, how well known I am, how much I studied, how much I know, how clever I am, all those are externals. The core part, your self-worth, is still there. You have this intrinsic value and you love yourself. So now you need to do behaviors that honor this intrinsic value. Self-care, physical, psychological, mental, exercising every day, and also avoiding behaviors that are not good for you. Okay, those are the 2 legs of the self-esteem, let's say, pyramid. And then on top of that you have the part that is growing. Okay, growing is I can do it. This is the part where the ants come handy. Ants have this idea that they can do things, and they do it. They carry those big leaves and petals and they take them to destiny. They can, and they do it. And that's the part that comes after you have all these behaviors love, of acceptance, realistic acceptance of who you are, what you can do, what you cannot do, knowing that nobody's perfect. And this idea of I can is not attached to results. So it's not attached to, for example, what I was saying about this video. If I publish this video and I know it won't be a hit, you know, that it won't be. I have to say that I'm feeling a little bit like the ants, because it's pitch black now. My camera has said she's busy 4 times now during this video, and mosquitoes are starting to bother me. So yeah, but you know what, I can and I will. Regardless of the outcome. So I don't know how well this video is going to do, or you know, I'm doing this because I can, and I think that it will help somebody out there, and I enjoy doing this, right? And yeah, so I do it, you know, and that's the part of growing that comes with self-esteem, like blossoming, okay? But before that, you will need a lot of self-care, a lot of self-love, self-acceptance, knowing your core worth, that you are valuable no matter what. That is so important. Let me adjust this. So it's very important that you know that your self-worth is there, and it's very valuable regardless of outcomes. Now the wind is blowing and making a lot of noise, I guess. So yeah, I'm still here like the ant, and I'm dressed like an ant, so this is perfect. So yeah, and that's the idea, for you to do this with self-compassion, knowing that you make mistakes, and that's okay. We all make mistakes, nobody's perfect, and all that gives you this blanket of security, of, you know, that it's okay regardless of the outcome. So you just try behaviors that you want to do. The worth of your core, when you honor it, you love yourself, and when you love yourself, you do things that are good for you, and you take care of yourself. This is the inner child part, and reparenting part of it all comes here in this part, self-love. So you need that self-love in order to blossom. Third part is blossoming, growing. There's one person that will be there for you always, and that's you. Getting to the realization that you can get love from yourself is so freeing. Knowing that is when I make a mistake and things don't go well, I'm always thinking, it's okay, you know, it's a mistake, keep going. No, you know, my self-worth won't be attached to this outcome or whatever happens in the world. Those are external things to the core value of you. Regardless of the outcome of this video, I hope this was helpful, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye. Thank you.